Hi and welcome Twin Flames to this week's reading, and it's about the full moon that was this week and what kind of effects it has on us. And there are 3 cards for the overlying energy that came out, and the first one was reversed. Normally it says walking away from something, but when it's reversed it's kind of coming home to something, to yourself, to your Twin Flame Union is what I feel, that you are more connected with yourself. Right, and also releasing patterns maybe that don't serve you anymore, but coming deeper into your foundation. And this card is coming up later too, like spoiler alert, but coming home to yourself and therefore with God, with your twin flame. And the next card that was reversed is the 6th chakra, which is kind of connected with your vision for your future, for your life. And when it's reversed, there is maybe some blocks to imagine yourself like being happy, being in Twin Flame Union, or everything what you desire in your heart, that maybe there are some blocks to visualize yourself achieving your dreams, and to release all blocks maybe this week, like with the full moon energy, which are related to that, so that you can make them happen and let go of false beliefs, or that you don't deserve it, that you're not worthy, or that you're not capable, or whatever it might be, and come into your goddess state, so to speak. It's also for the divine masculine, not just the divine feminine, but to really be in your power and what you're able to manifest with your feelings, because this is where your visions come true, right? When you already feel into it, when you surrender into the truth of who you are, your twin flame union, and to feel as if like your desires are already like happening, because that's the truth. That's how God created you and what he wants to give you. So to make something happen and to manifest it, you have to know it's yours and to claim it in your heart, and also like to stay connected with your feelings. Which is kind of the full moon, right? The ebb and flow. We can see how the moon is affecting the water, and our body is kind of 70% water, so it has an effect on us, right? It's kind of like scientifically proven. And so to use kind of the energies, the cycles, the ebb and flow constructively, like for yourself, for your healing journey, and what this is bringing up, right? Sometimes it can be like deep emotions that the full moon is bringing up. Sometimes anger, right? You can maybe also feel it within yourself or people around you, that they are kind of more angry or expressive, or that something is kind of dwelling up that was hidden, but to use it like in a constructive way, right? Really to look at your patterns and to love yourself there deeply, right, this week in your heart. And it starts with the divine feminine, and the first card was, for God's sake, reversed. It's dark thoughts. So it's kind of a maze, right? Kind of you don't see clearly, and there's kind of a thunderstorm going on. And when it's reversed, it's really about letting go of these thought patterns, these intrusive thoughts maybe, or that hold you back, right, where you like don't believe in yourself, where you judge or criticize yourself, or whatever it might be, that you took on like from childhood maybe already, like how others kind of were treating you and truth themselves, and that you took on, and that you can let it go this week, like and to bring the truth there, and that you deserve the best, and that you're divine. And because the kind of additional card for the divine feminine is love, acceptance, and romance, the healing heart. So there is something really going on deeply in your heart. Maybe it's also like with the full moon that some sadness is coming up, some deep pain or wounds inside of you that gets triggered from the outside often. But let that happen. It's very healing, and to accept yourself and your inner child maybe that still feels hurt, and to really love yourself there deeply, that you deserve it. And it's safe to feel like a baby in some places, or uncomfortable and really raw and vulnerable, but that you really deserve to be loved there. And hold yourself, give yourself a hug, imagine God and your twin flame hugging you there. You're never alone. At no place where you go inside of your heart, you're always one, you're always connected. So the message from your divine masculine, who is of course there with you in your feelings, It says like embrace, and there's a beautiful picture, and it says through each other you find the missing pieces. Ooh, it's very like deep into the romance again, and that you are each other's complement, and that you're always connected and love each other very deeply, and to also allow that desire, right? So with the envisioning card, back to that. So let the desire flow for God, for your twin flame, that you are allowed to feel this, to open the gates, right? The floodgates, so to speak, and to just let it flow, like the ebb and flow of love, of water, right? Of life. And so that you can relax there more deeply, like into peace, and that this is for you, right? The romance. And it's like very juicy, the golden, but also yellow heart. I also feel a lot of joy coming back. Of course, when you release sadness and you allow yourself to pain, you make space for more joy, for more romance, and you feel even more connected with yourself and with your divine masculine and with God, of course. And yeah, it's very beautiful. I feel it already in myself. I also released some heavy feelings this week, and I'm very grateful. And yeah, you move forward like so much when you allow yourself that to happen. And the divine masculine, like the first card, is like from the intention cycle. It says discovery number 8. And there's kind of like a diamond. And of course, it might be like within himself, but also maybe like you, right? That he's making a discovery, like who his true twin flame is, and also what he has in you, and what kind of a gem you are, like gift from God. Of course, vice versa, right? It's like both, like for each other, but maybe also some insights, like discoveries inside of him, some treasures, some talents, his passions, what he desires to do, to really listen like within this week, and what God wants to show him. And it's kind of similar, like the goddess, right? They both have kind of a similar gesture. So it's kind of like holding something against the light, right? To see something clearly, but also be connected with your feelings, because there's also the water going on. So you're very connected and in sync, so to speak. It just reminds me of the band. The music band and sync, but that you're really like aligned with your twin flame this week is what I feel. And God is guiding your divine masculine to do conscious steps. It says considered action, looking forward. Right? It's again like with this envisioning card to heal all the blocks that maybe we're holding back you from stepping forward, from doing some action steps. And you can see like from stone to stone, like she's moving, and she already came like a journey along. And to just focus on the next step, right? Like God always reminds us, also through Jeff and Shaleia, you don't have to know the third step, just the next step, and to learn to trust God, that you're perfectly guided. God takes your hand, and you never have to kind of be afraid to fall, because there is like this net, your support net, that is always there, right? You always fall back into God's arms, so to speak. So in truth, you can never lose yourself. And the more you learn to trust God, the more kind of like you trust yourself, and the more courageous you will get, and able like to make your dreams even faster come true is what I feel. And your woman is of course like with you, not just in the mind, but also in the heart. And there are a lot of butterflies, what kind of is like the transformation going on. And it says deep in your heart, you already know the answer, do what feels right. So kind of like this guided steps, right, that God is guiding you to do. So trust yourself, trust your heart. And your woman is also like in your consciousness, right, you are one, you make the same choices. So surrender to them and just move forward and see what will happen, right? It's kind of like Shaleia says in the Romance Attraction Course, you kind of open up and invite God and your twin flame there, and then you see what happens, right? Is this person coming closer? Are they also able and willing to open up when you do? And that is kind of like a good sign that it could be a twin flame when they are willing to go deeper with you, right? When they're wanting to meet you there and to do the inner healing work with you. So just follow your heart, because you can never lose what you invest also like into a relationship, because it always just goes into yourself and into your twin flame union, your eternal container. So it's safe to explore kind of like also who your twin flame is with a person God is showing you. You can never lose in truth, right? You just gain also like more clarity, what you want, what you don't want, who you are. I can just speak for myself that I get to know myself better and better along like with the people like God was showing me as my man, right? And to really learn to trust yourself and also like your love list. And Shaleia also was dating a lot, right? I always admired that, like how did she do that? Because I was never kind of this dating kind of person. I just wanted to be loyal to one person, right? Like, but at the same time, she was very fast with her love list, kind of going on a date and get clear, like very directly, is this my man or not? So to not lose any time. And so it's safe to find out. And the closing energy for the whole full moon reading is kind of the foundation. It's the first chakra, the root chakra. It's Archangel Michael with the sword. So it's kind of to get to know yourself better is what I feel. The more kind of dark thoughts you release, the more feelings and pain you release and just let it flow. And you come home to yourself, which kind of was the first card to come back to that. The more you kind of surrender into your union, into your safety with God, of who you are. And everything feels more easier, more light, to be more like authentic yourself. And then you don't lose any energy anymore, and you will just receive and share that, and it will be multiplied, so to speak. And especially that you are eternal, and that God, when you discover God is your foundation and your eternal being with your twin flame, you can really feel more at peace and relaxed in your life. No matter what will happen, you will always be with God, with yourself and your eternal lover. So it's a powerful energy. Enjoy the healing is what I feel. Especially allow the pain to let go of that, to lean into it, to not avoid it, and to experience a lot of joy coming back and returning to you. And also moving forward a lot, doing considered steps, and to be proud of yourself. And yeah, just feel the foundation growing, because you can build on that forever, right? Your foundation is God, and it will never crumble. You will never build something on sand, but just on eternal truth and on your heart, on your soul. So have a blessed full moon week, Twin Flames, and see you very soon, and take care.